got an auto.
There we go.
And there's one per jumbo, right?
Mm-hmm.
There
It
is.
might be somebody you know. It might be somebody you don't know. It is a rookie, and it is with the Houston Astros, and it's Jacob Melton.
I'm not familiar with Jacob Melton.
I'll bet Chris knows all about Jacob Melton. Oh, it is numbered to 99.
There we go.
Wow.
Yeah, he is Astro.
Numbered to 99.
There we go.
Nice.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Overtime Cards podcast. I'm Tate.
I'm Dawson.
And today we're here with our special guest, Brad Winget. Brad, thanks so much for coming on the podcast.
My pleasure.
So today, Series 1 came out. Today's the release day. We got plenty of hits that have already been made, like Mike Trout auto, Fernando Tatis on-card auto. Both of those were numbered to 50, I think. So it's been a very good release day here at the shop. And Brad's got a jumbo box right in front of him. It's the 75th anniversary for Topps with baseball as well. He's also got an Easter tin there. So things you're looking for in there, obviously one-on-ones. And there's 5 different kinds of one-on-ones, but I'll kind of let Dawson vamp on a special thing that Topps is doing this year with their product and putting something in it.
Yeah, this year with the Topps release being the 75th anniversary, they have actually put in a redemption card that you can redeem for an original 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle rookie card, which is actually insane.
You mean the one that's in this box?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the one
What
that's
I
in
thought.
there.
Another thing they do too is you can pull autos from the 1952 set. So they're kind of doing like a throwback look to a tribute to 75 years ago. And you can pull like Jack Caglione autos, and he's like 2 different penned autos. So there's a gold one, then there's a regular black one. Those are really cool. And then you're looking for your hot guys like Ronald Acuña Jr., Paul Skenes, Mike Trout. Like I said, we pulled one of him. Shohei, obviously, best player.
Wouldn't mind,
ever.
A Yankee by the name of Aaron Judge. Wouldn't mind one of those.
Oh, yeah, Aaron Judge, yeah. Also, 75 years of Topps out of 75. They're doing so much for that. And you can see the box, too. It has throwbacks of Ken Griffey and
Little
stuff
Matt
like
Shaw to start things off.
There we
Always
go.
fun. We love our Cubbies.
Chris would love that, yeah.
Yes, he would.
Rookies we're looking for are Jack Caglione and Jacob Mizorowski
Mhm.
and Roman Anthony. Those are the top 3.
Little Matt Shaw. Okay. What do you guys think of the look of these cards? They're pretty nice.
I like him, yeah. I like the actual box look of it, too.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think it's a little bit different, and they're celebrating 75 years, which is really cool. So
Devin Williams. There's a cool Dodger, team card.
Is Devin Williams on the Yankees still? Do you know?
Boy, you know what? I am not sure about that.
They signed him. I think they
Oh,
signed him.
Corey
and
Seager. I'm going to put
he was
these
so
over
bad, they
here
had
to
to get
be
rid of him.
penny sleeved and, possibly top loaded on some of these guys I really like collecting. CJ Abrams,
yeah,
Pearson. Okay.
Francisco
I'm gonna separate
Lindor.
the rookies as well.
I hurt today.
We all have our
Fourth
systems,
hamstring.
but
Ew.
hey, a little
Francisco
Pete
Lindor.
Crow,
Oh.
swiping
There we go.
bags,
Pete
like
Crow,
doing
I'm
what he
sure.
does best, right?
Yeah.
PCA, baby.
Gold glove. I think he's the number one center fielder voted in the MLB, right?
I think so, yeah.
He's a good player.
He was a top MVP candidate for like the first half of the
For
year.
sure. Another guy swiping bags.
Bobby
Bobby
Witt.
Witt.
There we go.
Yeah.
He's a
Jeez.
stud.
He's a big one that you're looking for in this product, too.
5-tool player right there. Those two are some of the best athletes around. And then you got Mookie Betts. You kidding me? Future Hall of Famer for sure.
You
Yep.
can play it anywhere on the field
Jacob
besides
Young,
catcher.
the A's, soon to be Las Vegas. A's? Is that the name?
Yep.
Ronald Acuña. Guy was healthy for, quite a bit of the season. Hopefully he
was.
can hang in there.
Featuring
This
Bad
year?
Bunny's halftime show.
There's a Marcelo Mayer. Pretty cool.
Good hit.
He's-
Is there more than 30 cards in that? There's a lot
I
of
think
cards in there.
there's probably,
Probably
There's
like
a
60.
Judge, Cal Raleigh, and Pasquinta.
I like those cards with 3 of players on it. They're cool.
Yeah. There's a Vladdy. We got a little Vladdy. I think people,
Those
the
Rangers
secret's
are-
out with this guy.
Mhm.
You would have thought with his dad being such a beast Hall of Famer that
I know.
they would have been a little bit more, given a little more credit on the value on his collecting cards and stuff. This guy was a fun little surprise last year. That guy
Blue Jays guy.
went off last year. Addison Barger, Tong with the Mets, his rookie card. Got a little Paul Skenes in here, so
Oh,
they say
there we
this Easter egg's kind of been fire. Well, so far, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I might have heard of this guy. Well, Nick Kurtz
I was just
action?
going to say,
Dog.
we haven't got
We
any
didn't
of
even talk about Nick.
the athletic players yet.
Kidding me with that? Look at that.
He's a hot name in the store at all times.
Among the hottest for sure. San Diego Padres, they've got some great players. Nolan Shanuel, Joan Duran, Kristen Campbell, second year, pretty good player there. We've got another triple card. Juan Soto, Pete Alonso, Schwarber, Zach Wheeler, Cam Schlittler.
Oh, the Orioles. That's where he went.
Look at that. Cam Schlittler. That guy came out of nowhere last year and dominated.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, this card went nuts last year.
Great pitcher.
That's part of the fun.
Alonso went to the Orioles. He went to Baltimore.
Okay, so he is, wow. The polar bear, is that what they call him?
Yeah.
Guy's going to hit some jacks over there.
Yeah,
Yu Darvish. Ooh, we got some color.
Not
color.
too far
Here we
from
go.
Cork either.
Bryce Miller. Look at that. What do we call that? Some teal parallel.
Yeah, teal.
Not numbered on the back. But
Yeah,
it's,
teals.
okay.
Teal border.
So that's going to be a top loader. And I'm pretty happy about this card. All right.
Okay.
Take a look at that. That's a cool
Nick
card.
Hurts. Oh, yeah.
Like, there's got to be a
It's
cool
looks like
insert.
Sully from Monsters, Inc.
Yeah,
Card or
Sully
what?
from Monsters, Inc.
You got
What
kidding
one
me
is
here,
that? Is that numbered?
huh? Let's hope it is. It says top 75. Is that on every card? Yeah. Come on. No 101. But
In that
not
box.
numbered, but that's got to be a cool insert.
That's awesome.
All right, guys. The Easter egg is definitely not disappointed, and I think we just saw a few other bangers. Here's an insert for Mr. Scooble. These guys are on the MLB USA team. We got these green inserts are pretty cool.
Forgot about that. All Classic's pretty.
You like those? Kind of neat.
First,
Nathan Church, a rookie card insert. All right. I haven't heard much about him. I can't read as much without that, but take a look at the Yamo. Is he arguably,
Yamamoto.
you think he's the best pitcher in the MLB as far as, like, I don't know, just the best?
No, I think Paul Skenes is the best.
Okay, so there is an argument. Like, what does the best look like? Because they don't build them more durable. That guy could go for,
I can't believe
I
how,
can't believe
how
threw
long
game
he went in
6
Game
and
7. Yeah.
I mean, that was insane.
I'd probably lean Skenes, but he's probably second for sure.
We're going to find out, like, because the USA is going head to head with all these guys.
Let our listeners know, like, what you're about, how did you become collecting in cards, and how long you've been doing that, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, interesting question. Wow. So I used to collect a ton when I was, in my early years, between 8 and probably 13 or so, until I started really playing more competitive sports and learned. Anyway, but all the cards, that's all I did. I worked paper route and worked like anything I could, landscaping, to buy more cards and some pizza. That's basically what I live for.
Sounds like a great life.
I grew up in the wax era, though. You guys heard about the 80s and how valuable those cards are, right?
Of course.
Yeah, not overly valuable. So, and I manhandled all the cards, like all we used to do.
Yeah.
Just play with them and not penny sleeve them, not top load them. Anyway, I thought that was my retirement plan. I mean, I don't know why. Your whole childhood, everything, every birthday, every Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned pretty quick when I decided to take my best cards that, you look up on these apps, Collix, or these different, there's like 20 of them now. What is the most valuable card, like the value of this card? Well, I didn't know anything about grading. I didn't know anything about centering. I didn't know anything about, the corners look good. It looked clean. But I submitted 200 cards to PSA, and it was like a $5,000 submission. And of course, I thought that they were all worth max value because, they're my cards. This is my retirement, right?
Yeah.
Learned some valuable lessons and didn't take very long. The good news is when you pay max dollars to PSA, you get them back really quick. And when you insure them max, and they come back in PSA 1s, PSA 3s, 5s, 6s, mostly 7s, 5s, 7s, 6, 7. I got 3 10s. And I had 200 slabs from good old PSA.
Wow.
And I would not recommend baptism by fire on the grading program. So that was the last time I submitted to PSA. And I realized, okay, my eyesight's slipping. I thought, these were valuable. I want a collection that I'm proud of. I want something, So I took my 12-year-old baseball, my son and his baseball team, took him to Cooperstown. This is almost 2 years ago. This summer will be 2 years. and we were walking through the Hall of Fame. Have you guys been to Cooperstown yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have not.
Whoa. Well, how do you explain that to Tate, Dawson?
I mean, I know all about it.
Nice.
My brother. I was supposed to go with my brother when
Okay.
he was. When you go when you're 12 or 13 in that age range.
What are
Yeah,
you guys
but
brothers over here? I didn't know you're brothers.
cousins.
we're cousins.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Well.
guess if you guys didn't know that, there you go.
Sometimes
But-
cousins are like closer than brothers, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I was supposed to go, but he got robbed for COVID, so he was supposed to go during COVID, and then he didn't
Wow.
get to go. But I would love to still go, even though you're
Yeah,
not
you
going for
should.
Cooperstown for baseball.
Yeah, it's pretty
An amazing
powerful moment,
place.
at least for
Mhm.
me. So we had a great experience. You know, my son hit his first home run there, like a lot of people, and won some games. And like, it was just awesome with the parents, the kids, and an experience that I definitely recommend. We're done with Hall of Fame, went to that little, some people call it the retail trap, right? And it's anything you could ever imagine that unlocks the nostalgia of your childhood. And they had it all, signed baseballs, cards, you name it, PSA, this and that, and every collectible you can imagine of some of our favorite players of all time. Well, I bought a Ken Griffey Jr. 89 autograph, PSA 10. At the time, I didn't know what a PSA 10 Gem Mint graded card was, or a Gem Mint auto
yeah,
PSA 10. There's a big difference, right? I
Mhm.
mean, the best is PSA 1010, so you get the dual grade there, which anyway, I bought this card for $450 and I was feeling pretty good about it. Bought a bunch of baseball books and stuff to share with the kids. Anyway, make a long story short, thought I was done, and I walked about 50 yards down the street. So another, beware, you're on this little hype, this little moment.
yeah.
They kind of know you're coming. This is like retail therapy, I guess, to some. Ended up stopping by, an old timer, like vintage guy who had all these like vintage cards. And then he mixed in some Shoheis and Aaron Judge. I ended up spending $4,000 with that guy right there on the street, on the curb. And some of the other parents were like, okay, should we intervene here? Is this like a problem? And my wife's like, what are you doing? Like, she knew not to bother me at that point, So I ended up leaving with Judge rookies, Shohei rookies, and like Willie Mays, Mickey Mantle. Some were like, there was only one that was slabbed. It was a Beckett 6. The rest of them were raw. And I ended up sending those in through actually the original submission. And 3 of those were the only 3 of the 30 that came back a gem. And, Aaron Judge was one of them, and a Shohei. So a lot of 9s. And that was my first real introduction. It wasn't until I was introduced to Overtime that I realized that, man, this is they got all the services turnkey. So I don't need to worry about looking at my cards, because I'm not very good at that. And I spent a lot of money learning hard lessons, but they've got Kevin over here to look at the cards. There's never any guarantees, but I always
that's
started
awesome.
here because they always get the best releases, and they always are the fairest like prices, and they're all big into the community, and like they're closest to my house.
Mhm.
And then after that, it's like, okay, I didn't hit my 101. Like, it's going to be in this bad boy. There's an exciting
sure.
thing. There's
Yeah.
all this stuff that you learn. So
Adrenaline rush for
if
sure.
you got big credit limits, like, beware, like, leave your credit cards at home sometimes. It's best to have a plan, but it forced me to, this is how I learned. Not everybody should do this. I learned by hard lessons, and you don't have to do that. I ended up making back maybe like 2 of it, 2,500 of it. But because, I was able to get some 10s and some 9s graded on some of those great cards. I mean, that's one of the things. If you're ripping good products and you have a system on how to look at things, and you've got good people like giving you good advice, like Grave and Overtime, and some of these other guys have been helpful with. Kershaw, like, look at this guy.
There you go.
Okay.
Clayton.
So he's retired, but then I saw him on the MLB, like, USA.
He's playing for
team.
them, but yeah, he's kind of said that he's not going to do
More
anything.
of an honorary, like,
Yeah.
Okay. We're still going. We'll try and speed things up here.
I mean, I'd retire winning a World Series as well.
Ellie
So
De La Cruz, that guy is
pretty good way to go out.
absolute.
The Judge.
All right. So a lot of people that rip a lot, they like to just blow through some of these cards and like look for the color, right? Or the backwards cards. And That one's kind of a nice Royce Lewis. What do we call that there, Dawson?
I just call it Sparkle.
A little sparkle. All right. So the big what's this one? Little Gunnar Henderson. That's a nice little insert. Kind of looks like a ticket stub.
Mm-hmm. That's sick. He is opening a jumbo box. So in this box, you're looking for one autograph, one memorabilia card, and then 2 silver cards. 2 silver packs come in that, and I think that's what you have there, right? Those are the silver packs.
Open them right away, or do you want me to?
Oh, that's up to you.
It's up to you.
It's up to you. But
you think Acuña's gonna be as good as his brother?
No.
Yeah, well, he's got some tools, but we're hopeful.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about Paul Skenes. He has a really cool card of like aces, like the card ace, like you play at the casino or
awesome
play
cards,
poker with. One of ones. They have 5 different kinds of one-on-ones. You got your, foil fractors, and I will show you guys. Just the checklist here is so long with parallels and inserts. So the one-of-ones you can get is a first card, a foil fractor, which is hobby exclusive. Rose gold hollow foil is a retail exclusive. Rose gold spring training 1-of-1, value box exclusive, and then printing plates are really cool. Then you can get canvases out of 50, 75 years of tops out of 75, a black border out of 75, and then the Japanese cherry blossom. Those are really cool. That's a Japan exclusive, but those cards are sick.
Utah guys, I pay attention to those guys. This guy was a player at BYU, Daniel Cinnamon. And I played at BYU, so I love collecting our local guys because it's so rare to actually have Utahns make it to the big leagues.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes they're pitchers, right? But this guy's got some real promise. Did you guys know that something big in the baseball scene happened just this last year that most people don't even know about? Like
in Utah?
Yeah, as far as
Utah?
baseball goes. National
maybe.
news type baseball. You guys ready for this?
Maybe not.
Can you imagine, we won a national championship at Salt Lake Community College. Did you hear about that?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal.
Very big
deal.
deal.
Nobody ever thought that was ever going to happen.
My mind just didn't go to a national championship for some reason.
I
was
know.
like, what did I
miss? In
miss?
Utah, and it's never happened before.
I was thinking about the MLB.
Like, what happened?
You guys know how many Utahns we have in the MLB?
I don't.
I like 8.
I don't either. I'd like to know.
Let's look.
We should find that out. We should shout them out because, you had some Porter Hodge, maybe?
Oh, yeah, Porter Hodge.
So
shout out Porter Hodge, man, dog.
The MLB came out with this is a cool card. Look at that. This is a Ken Griffey Jr. in the bottom corner, but it's actually a Roman Anthony. That's a good card.
One.
He's one of the top Chase rookies right here with a Ken Griffey profiles. So Ken Griffey is a huge ambassador of the sport. He's also, did you guys know he's like an amazing photographer?
Mm-hmm.
You might have seen him at the MLB All-Star games and stuff.
Him and Randy Johnson.
Yeah.
Randy Johnson.
When Randy's not blowing up birds, he's taking great shots, huh?
Yeah, I guess that's a gig that former players like to do, or even like celebrities do it. Like Benson Boone, like he was saying, did at the Super Bowl. But I've seen many clips of Randy Johnson in the stands or wherever he's at.
Know he was a photographer.
Yeah, he's the first one I knew about. Then Ken Griffey, and then there's so many others.
I'm pretty sure Marshawn Lynch is done.
I think
he probably
he has
have
done
any competition on getting above and getting the shots, right?
Yeah.
6'9" beast. He doesn't sign much. Okay. Were you guys having any fun? How do we make this more fun for you?
Pulling a 101 or pulling an auto or something like that.
Well, I mean, how about just a Paul Skenes? Is that not fun enough?
Oh no, Paul
This
Skenes
is called
would be great.
base. It's not numbered. It's not colored. It's just a Paul Skenes. But I kind of get excited about that. Truth is.
So what's your collection like, Brad? Like your PC? Like what's your most prized card in your collection too?
That's a great question. It's really changed over time because that was another rabbit hole I went down. And by the way, you do know who Nico Horner is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't actually. I'm a Cubs fan, but mostly because my son played with Luke Little, who's 6'8" and not very little, a lefty, throws over 100 miles an hour on the Cubs. Good friends with Porter Hodge, locker mates. And then I coached another kid. I'm going to circle back, but Will Sanders, I coached him in the East Cobb League down in Georgia for one of the summers. And holy cow, they're all on the Cubs, and they were locker mates, all three of them together. And we all put this together. It was like, wow, that's kind of random, right? My collection was added a lot of cards that as I ripped, it was okay with this gem, right? Like not every card gems, even the cards you would like, rarely actually gems, 60, 70%. It's really good odds. But I started like ripping a lot and grading a lot. And I've probably graded over 500 to 800 cards with 200 or 300 more in the pipeline. I'm a big fan of if you can afford it and you learn your lane of where to spend the money and what cards to grade, especially now we've got 2 price increases the last, couple months, maybe within 6 months from PSA.
It feels like a couple weeks, honestly.
Jeez, it does. I think it was probably within a couple months.
Yeah.
They just acquired one of their biggest competitors in Beckett. So the thing about it is I started collecting all of the new stars and a lot of the 80s guys that, you know, in the PSA 10s, and I would buy strategic cards and like autos. I had a huge briefcase full of like probably $100,000 worth of my favorite guys, right? Well, what I learned is other than the nostalgic side and most of the cards I was collecting, they were not worth what I paid, and I couldn't move them if I needed to or wanted to, and they just weren't hype guys, and they weren't like guys that were liquid all the time and the seasonality and all these different things. And I was only collecting baseball. And I played basketball in high school, and I played football, and, you know, like football is kind of a big deal in the sports game, right? You know, if you're not doing Pokemon.
Yeah.
Did I say that right? Pokemon? Okay.
I don't even know what the correct term is. I say Pokemon, but.
You know, there's a pretty big chase there. I think I heard you guys reading a little bit about this
Big
guy.
Mizraowski.
I mean, he's already like he came on.
He went to the All-Star game.
Like, how many games did he pitch before he just found himself in the All-Star game? It wasn't very many.
It was like 4 or 5.
So, funny story.
He pitched 4 games. Wow.
And he struck out like 13 batters in every single one.
One of the guys that I graded, there's a Nick Kurtz and Butler. That's kind of a cool insert. I graded a lot of cards that I, you know, in learning. There's an O'Neill Cruz that I may not grade or recommend grading with all the extra costs nowadays. Is another Bobby Witt. I graded a Jacob Mizraowski, and I know that guy because when it came back, it was a orange Bowman Chrome 1st to 25 auto. And like nobody had even heard of this guy, which is one of the products people love to rip. And it's more expensive. But man, when they hit because that guy went nuts. So this is a gold parallel to 2026. Every year they come up with another. The year
who is that of?
The release.
Julio Rodriguez. It looks like
it's all Julio.
Nice.
It's not bad at all.
There you go.
What's he doing over there? You guys?
I think he just hit a double or something.
We
He's
doing a
hype.
dance or something? Is this a new non-Dodger dance? But
Yeah, double or whatever.
Okay.
Triple Selly.
We've got an auto.
There we go.
And there's one per jumbo, right?
There
It
is.
might be somebody you know. It might be somebody you don't know. It is a rookie, and it is with the Houston Astros, and it's Jacob Melton. You
I'm
guys,
not familiar with Jacob Melton.
I'll bet Chris knows all about Jacob Melton. Oh, it is numbered to 99.
There we go.
Wow.
Yeah, he is Astros.
Number 99.
There we go.
Nice. All right. McCutcheon. How much longer does Andrew McCutcheon got, you guys think?
Maybe 1 or
Are
2
we
years.
sure?
Yeah, I would say 1 to 2.
Roberto Clemente. Here's a cool insert, like Jose Ramirez. Yeah.
That is cool. What's that insert name?
2025.
So it's the All Tops team, 2025
nice,
All
nice.
Tops team. So usually these are like, I guess there's like 25 or 20 usually in this. I don't know. I haven't looked at all of the checklists and stuff. Quite a bit.
All right, the silver packs. This is
We got a silver. Here we go.
this is where the Mike Trout was pulled, the auto that I was talking about.
That's a nice one, Harper.
Yeah, there we
Starting
go.
with a Harper.
That's sweet.
Okay. Julio Rodriguez, nice. Mike Schmidt, Hall of Famer. Christian Moore. This is his rookie card.
That's a good
Hopefully
pull.
he has a better year this year. He was a hype rookie.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's this? What is that? Just an insert?
Maybe a filler. I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay. Well, we're going to look into that later. All right.
Still searching for that Mickey Mantle redemption. Yeah, that thing. If we come across that, that'd be insane. Chris says, our owner here at Overtime, we've had him on the podcast before. He doesn't think it's going to be in the first wave of the product.
Yeah, I think that's just an insert card. I don't know why they're wasting those on these. They're doing more marketing. Ooh, we got a Shohei Ohtani on the back.
Okay, that could be that could be
a little
big,
it's been
really
heating
big
up over here. Cam Schlittler, Alex Freeland, rookie, Corbin Carroll, and hey, it's okay if it's going to be an auto. No auto, but
damn.
Okay, look at that. That's pretty clean centering.
None of these are numbered, right? The silvers aren't numbered, I don't think.
They're not numbered. Yeah, these ones.
That
Silver
is still
Mojo.
a really nice
That's
card,
a cool
though.
card.
For sure. Well, Brad, we'll let you continue ripping your jumbo box, and because there's plenty of cards. There's like 10 packs per box with 40 cards per pack. So he'll continue ripping that. But Brad, thank you for coming on and sharing those stories with us,
you
man.
guys the best. You're doing a great service for the community, and you're in an awesome card shop, and we'll keep supporting it.
Yes,
Thanks for all you do, bud.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming on the podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to our channel of Overtime, and then follow us on Instagram so you guys can see the hits that Brad pulls after the video and anything like that goes around the shop if you're around Utah. So thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.